Hi, I'm Ray, and this is my PechaKucha portfolio and celebration. I thought I'd add a little picture of myself here so you know who's speaking, just put voice to face kind of thing. This portfolio shows how I've grown as a learner and how my teaching styles have enhanced due to this course. The outcome I have determined for myself as I engaged with this course was to gain a deeper understanding of various teaching strategies, explore different approaches to engage students effectively, and to familiarize myself with a wide range of assessment styles. The reason why I picked these outcomes is because I want to work on enhancing my ability to adapt to different learning environments and meet the diverse needs of students. By doing so, I wish to improve my overall teaching practice and create a more inclusive and responsive learning environment for all students. Through this course, I've learned that pre teaching activities are essential for preparing students to engage with new content. These activities help activate prior knowledge, build background information, and set the stage for learning ahead. By introducing key concept, vocabulary, and skills before diving into the main content, teachers ensure that students have the foundation they need to understand more complex material. After learning about pre teaching activities, I brought them into the classroom. I was in my pre internship during this course, so I took the strategies I learned into the classroom. I was placed at a school where I was teaching core French. The unit we were doing was about traveling to French countries. I pre taught French travel verbs, how to conjugate them, and how to use them in a sentence. This way, students were prepared for the main content of the unit. I also learned about a wide variety of assessments. One in particular, informal assessments such as sequence cards, student interviews, progress monitoring charts, and more. I brought these assessments into my classroom while teaching. In the image, you can see French words with a variety of images. Students match these up, and I can see if we need to spend more time on things, if I need to adjust my teaching styles, or if we can move on to different content. I have learned about different teaching approaches. I know that there is not a one size fits all approach to teaching. Different approaches, such as direct instruction, indirect instruction, cooperative learning, or project based learning, can be used based on the content, context, and learning styles of students. Finally, I have learned the importance of fostering an environment that promotes critical thinking. Encouraging students to analyze and evaluate information helps them become independent thinkers and problem solvers. Critical thinking involves questioning assumptions, considering multiple perspectives, and making well informed decisions. One thing that stood out to me was student choice and voice. The UDL states that by centering choice, educators signal openness to negotiate the middle ground and offer students scaffolded opportunities to practice decision making, explore their academic identity, and connect their learning to interests and passions. Really resonated with me because it highlights the importance of empowering students by giving them power and choice in their learning journey. By allowing students to make choices, educators foster an environment where students feel a sense of ownership and make students feel valued by allowing them to include their individual preferences and interests. This approach can help students become more engaged and invested in their learning. Learning activities help me understand how informal assessment works in inclusive classrooms by teaching me how to observe and assess students in a natural, ongoing way. These activities also help me see the importance in each student's individual needs and abilities. These activities have taught me how to adapt my teaching strategies. These activities have also helped me understand how informal assessment works in inclusive classrooms by allowing me to experience these activities firsthand. By participating in these activities, I have learned how to recognize individual strengths and needs, which help me better support students with diverse learning styles and abilities. During my pre internship, I noticed that critical thinking was underdeveloped. When I think about what I want all students to know and to be able to do, I think about how I want students to critically think. I was just not sure how to apply critical thinking strategies into the classroom. My aha moment came to me when I learned about the power of social learning and scaffolded instruction. Vaughn and Boss point out discussions between students, whether in small groups or partners, help build inner dialogue, enhancing cognitive skills like reading, writing, and problem solving. This shifts from teacher led to student led interactions that boost engagement, critical thinking skills, and problem solving skills in a student driven way. Critical thinking is essential for students to analyze and evaluate information. Teaching strategies like inquiry based learning, for example, projects and Think Pair Share activities, engage students in the learning process. Think Pair Share is particularly student driven, giving students the opportunity to reflect individually, collaborate with a partner, and share their ideas with the class. This process encourages them to develop critical thinking skills as they refine their ideas through discussion and peer interaction. Predicting worksheets are a great way to integrate social learning and scaffolded instruction because they encourage students to engage with their peers and discuss ideas before moving into deeper exploration of the content. I took my aha moment and newly learned teaching strategies into the classroom with me, where students worked on prediction worksheets and went through the Think, Pair, Share process. They were not only answering questions, they were discussing their reasoning, considering others' perspectives, and refining their thinking skills, promoting student interactions and critical thinking skills. I adapted the worksheets to be inclusive for all students and their different abilities, such as English as second language learners and students that have writing difficulties. Students could either write or draw their predictions. This course has taught me the importance of diverse teaching strategies such as pre-teaching activities and other learning activities engage students and build their critical thinking skills. I learned that using varied assessments help meet individual needs, while student-driven approaches like scaffolded instruction foster independence and problem-solving skills. Overall, this experience reinforced that learning is a lifelong journey and empowering students to take ownership of their learning is key to their success.